Hi friends, Cole here. Thanks so much for joining me on YOGATX. And we're going to do a little sequence that gets into and targets the neck, the shoulders, maybe a little bit of the upper back, just to find some space and some freedom in this area. So do what feels good, leave the rest, but keep an open mind as we explore. So just close your eyes down for a moment. I'm sitting up on a block. I suggest sitting up on a block or a bolster or a pillow. Just lift the hips up a little bit. And just allow your breath to breathe itself. Just a few moments to arrive in your body, to arrive on your mat. And press down through your sit bones to lift up through the crown of the head, so you're making space between your tailbone and the crown of the head. Finding space between the ribs and the hips. Just landing in your body in this moment. One more inhale. And exhale, drop your chin to your chest. So notice if you want to round your upper back, try to keep the back the same, but just take the chin to the chest. Maybe you can feel muscles on the sides of the spine, upper spine. Begin to stretch a little bit. So keeping the chin to the chest, roll the shoulders back. You can even think about bringing the scapula slightly together on the back, as the chin remains heavy. Now the right ear can go over towards the right shoulder. Again, keeping the whole torso where it is. Notice that it wants to kind of go over with you, but keep it as it is. Shoulders dropped, scapula coming together. We're just moving the head here. See if you can make any extra space between the left shoulder and the left ear. A little bit more. One more inhale. And exhale, drop the chin back to the chest. Just around a breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then left ear over towards the left shoulder. A few rounds of breath here. Again, keeping the torso the same, making a bit more space between the right shoulder and the right ear. And breathe. Next, inhale. Followed by exhale, chin to chest. Stay here, inhale. Full exhale, maybe out the mouth. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. So you can stay here if this feels like a good sensation for you, or you begin to take the left hand, a couple different options. So you can flex the hand back and push the heel of the hand away from you. Again, notice as the sensation intensifies, we kind of want to curl the shoulders in, continue to bring them down and back, scapula together. I'm feeling big opening on the left side. You can also begin to get your explorer hat on and move the left arm around in circles, however you'd like to move it. You can also walk the fingertips on the ground. You can also play with turning the head just slightly, maybe gazing down, gazing up. So we're just investigating sensation. And when you find something that feels adhesed, then see if you can stay and breathe. Our tendency would be to tighten and to kind of curl in, but we're repatterning here. It's about 5 rounds of breath exploring. Slow, steady breath. And next inhale, you can lift the head up. We're going to take the right arm above the head and let the hand go behind. We're going to take the right arm behind, and they do not have to touch each other. Often they won't. I have a strap here as well. I can turn around and kind of show you what this looks like. So some different options. You can just go like this. You can press the head back into the hand and then really connect through this bottom arm as well. So this is kind of opening up in the shoulders. You can also take a strap or a belt or a tie and grab the strap. It feels really nice. Some people will be able to grab fingers. I can barely touch my fingers here. One thing to notice is that you're not arching too much. So don't lose the shape by having to arch. Like if you can grab your hands, but you are really arching your back, then we're not looking for that. So we're wanting to stay integrated and then get the opening. Often we avoid the stretch in different ways, and that's by kind of contorting a bit and shifting around it. So we want to look for the sensation, not the shape. And take a few rounds of breath in whichever version that you want to take. And if you have a strap, it can be really nice to actively pull apart. And I can feel that more in my shoulders. You can imagine broadening your collarbone, so you're getting a little wider from shoulder to shoulder on the front side. And the scapula coming a little closer on your back. Whew. And slowly release. Just lift the arms down. I can feel like a flood of energy come through. Spiral the spine. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So coming back to center, let's take the left ear over towards the left shoulder. Again, you can stay right here. If we want to begin to intensify, you can begin to reach the right arm out. You can fingertip away, or you can push the heel of the hand away. Whew. So automatically I noticed that my right shoulder wanted to come in. Again, it's kind of avoiding the stretch and the sensation, but retraining that, rolling the shoulders back. Breathing helps the body know it's safe, especially the exhale. So emphasize your exhale. You can play with moving the arm a little bit and slightly moving the neck. Just see what you find. Really dropping the right shoulder, finding space between the shoulder and the ear. Two more rounds of breath. And slowly bring the head up. Just notice the length on that side. And let's take the right arm up and the hand behind the head. Maybe for me, it's kind of touching the back of my upper back. The left hand goes behind the back. You'll notice you'll be different on each side. I can touch a little bit more right here. But again, roll the shoulder blades back. Bring the scapula together. Maybe you use a strap. Maybe you take the hand behind the sacrum and behind the head. Lots of different places we can be here. Just notice where you are today. It changes day to day as well. press back into the hands. So you're really feeling that connection and have the hands press back into you. Does that change things? Broaden the collarbone, open up on the front body. Lots of sensation. One more inhale. And exhale, release. And take a moment to wiggle. Wiggle the spine, take head roll. Beautiful. Let's take a twist. So let's take the hands behind the back, both of the hands behind the back, interlace them. We're gonna begin to twist over towards the right side, and the left hands are gonna come over towards the left hip. Yeah? So they're kind of, you can see my fist right here. They're over towards my left hip, and I'm turning towards the right. So we're gonna hold this for a little bit. Some people may be able to grab for the thigh, or you can just press into the hip, side of the hip. See if you can pull the elbows towards each other and then drop the shoulders away. So again, getting into the shoulders here. Another thing that you can add is take the right ear again towards the right shoulder, and we're getting an additional stretch. So we're getting a twist and an opening in the neck. If this doesn't feel good with the hands here, you can just twist as well. Just a normal twist with the hands, one behind you, one in front. This is just a different version, so don't feel like you need to stay with this. One more inhale and release. Let's switch sides. So if you have the fist, you can just switch to the other side. If you want to take a twist, then just switch the hand, twist the other way. So to kind of get back into this pose, let's bring the elbows together if the hands are behind the back. Wherever you are, roll the shoulders down and back. And we're gazing to the left or maybe behind. This time left ear goes towards left shoulder. And then again, drop the shoulders down, maybe pull the elbows a bit closer together. So we're looking for sensation here. And meeting it with breath. This feels really good. And 2 more rounds of breath here. Slowly release. And again, if you want to take any movement here. Beautiful. We'll switch it up a little bit. We're going to come into a version of puppy pose or child's pose. So you can do it either way. And I'll show you an option that I'll do with that I'll show with the blocks, but you can also do it without the blocks. So you can be in child's pose, taking the elbows to the blocks. You can also take the elbows to the floor. And we're going to do a prayer pose above. Yeah? So the blocks will intensify it so that you can drop your chest in between. If you want to go farther, we turn this into puppy pose, which means that the hips are over the heels. Again, elbows can go onto the ground or they can go onto the blocks. Prayer with the hands, or I like to bring all fingertips to touch and then drop my chest down. That's nice. So wherever you'd like to be. You can also just take child's pose or just puppy pose. So touch base with you and see what would feel supportive, feel good today. And stay here for about 5 rounds of breath. every exhale, imagining that your heart can sink a little bit more. Beautiful. Slowly release. And come into tabletop, so you can move the blocks if you were using the blocks. I'm just taking a cat and cow here at your own pace, whatever version that you like. Some organic movement. Really kind of focusing on the shoulders, upper back as well. And we're going to thread the needle, so we get this twist. We're going to put the weight into the left hand and reach the right arm up. So even here, really feeling, quite a bit mid-spine, upper spine, low too. Big inhale. And exhale. We're just going to reach. So reach through as far as you can, and we're going to open back up. So push back into the left hand, open back up. Move really slow like you're moving through molasses. And we'll do this once more before we come down. So exhale, reach. Inhale, open up. And exhale, reach. And this time we'll come all the way down. So you can drop the shoulder down. And some options that you can do with the left hand is that you can reach it forward to the top of the mat, and you can reach it over towards the right side of the mat. This will help you twist a little bit more. Notice if the hips want to swing over to the left, and just pull them back to center. Steady breath. One more inhale. And exhale, top arm slides back where it was. The left hand slides back where it was. Press down to the ground to open all the way up. And exhale, hand back down. Tabletop, maybe a little wiggle. And we'll do this on the other side. So weight into the right hand, press down all the knuckles, all the fingers. And inhale, left arm comes up, gaze follows the thumb. And exhale, let's weave it through and reach as far as you can and slowly press down to lift up. And exhale, reach. Inhale, press down to open up. And exhale, reach. This time we'll stay. So get cozy here. So you can stay with the right hand where it is. I like to reach it towards the top and then slide it over to the left side. This helps me kind of get a little deeper into the twist. And my hips always like to swing to whatever side I'm twisting to. So I'll just pull it back and I'll feel it get some more sensation. Steady inhale, steady exhale. Just staying in your body here. One more inhale. And exhale, right hand slides back where it began. Press down. Left arm lifts all the way up and open. And exhale, tabletop. And any more movements that you'd like to make. And come sitting either back into Sukhasana, easy pose, or on the heels. And we're gonna take eagle pose. I'm just gonna show you to the side here for a moment. But let's take both arms really wide, and then the right arm underneath the left arm. So a couple different options I'll show you. You can grab through the shoulders, or you can cross the arms. So you can cross once, or you can take the hands together and cross twice. And we're gonna kind of get into the shoulders here. So I'm gonna really push the elbows away. It's not, it is kind of like a cat pose, but also thinking about broadening my scapula. So opening up in the back and pushing the elbows away and even tucking the tailbone a little bit. So can you feel that in the upper back? It's so good. And then inhale, we'll arch and lift up. Ooh, got a sternum pop. So that's kind of how we'll move. So exhale, push away, elbows move away. Maybe I will continue to show. Elbows move away. And then inhale, arch, lift up. Let's do this once more. Exhale, you'll curl, but elbows will move away. And inhale, up. And exhale, release. Whew. And shake the shoulders out, kind of wriggle them out. So why I'm showing you that and what's different is often we'll curl all the way in, which is great, but this is a little bit different. We're getting a little bit more space when we're doing it that way. So it's just a different version. Let's do the other side. So arms really wide, and we'll take the left arm on top. So either grabbing for the shoulders or grabbing, is that the same side? Now I can't remember. Do your other side. Do your other side. So elbows away from you. Same thing if you're grabbing the shoulders, elbows away from you. So that'll be the exhale, curl everything in, elbows away, and then inhale, arch as you come up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And release. So wherever you want to be, if you want to stay up on your knees like that, if you want to come back into an easy pose, you're going to take a few rounds of breath together and take a moment to find some movement. So often, we're creating space, but then we also want to explore that space and notice what we've created. So maybe take a moment to do some even bigger exploration wiggle and see what's shifted. Maybe you have some shift, some space, and coming to stillness. And closing your eyes down and just taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up, for spending some time creating a relationship with yourself, giving your body some love, turning the phone off. I know it's on YouTube, but we're still limiting the distractions. So very often we don't get these spaces during our day, so this is quite sacred space. And we carve out these times for us, for ourselves. So thank you for letting me be part of that for you. Bring our hands together, thumbs at the third eye, and we'll bow forward to seal our practice, and together we'll say namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me in YOGATX. Like and subscribe this video so that you can get all of the other yoga classes to come. If you want to learn more about me, ColeChanceYoga.com, and yeah, you'll find out all the things about me. So thanks so much. Have a beautiful day.